When I first bought my little slice of land by the lake, the old wooden bridge I built over the inlet was my pride and joy. It connected my cabin to the hiking trails and saved me a 20-minute detour. But the HOA, led by none other than Karen herself, claimed it was unsightly and not up to code, even though it wasn't on their jurisdiction. One weekend while I was away, I came back to find the bridge gone, ripped out, supports smashed, not a trace left. My blood boiled, but instead of yelling, I went digging through county property records. And that's when I found the gold mine. The HOA's prized waterfront mansions all sat around a private lake, entirely by a dam a few miles upstream. That dam, along with the land it sat on, just happened to be up for sale after the local paper mill went bankrupt. 2 phone calls and 1 quick wire transfer later, I owned it outright. The next HOA meeting, I showed up with a smile, waited for Karen to start gloating about removing hazards, then slid my deed across the table. The room went silent, as they realized I now controlled the only water source keeping their $7 million lakeside properties lakeside. I didn't say much, just that repairs on my bridge had been very expensive, and I expected restitution. They laughed it off, so I walked out, drove straight to the dam, and with a county inspector present to verify it was safe, opened the spillway halfway. By the next morning, the shoreline had receded 30 feet. Docks sat in mud, and those waterfront views looked more like swamp fronts. My phone lit up with furious calls, but I ignored them until Karen herself came knocking. Suddenly very interested in amicable resolutions. I told her I'd be happy to restore the lake. Once they reimbursed me for the bridge and signed a written agreement to stay off my property permanently, within a week I had a cashier's check in hand. The bridge rebuild scheduled, and an ironclad HOA agreement that basically made my land a no-go zone for life. I closed the dam gates, watched the lake rise back to its sparkling level, and enjoyed. A fresh new bridge better than the old one. These days, when I walk across it, I sometimes glance at those mansions across the water and smile, knowing every sunrise they admire is brought to them by the man they tried to push out.